Welcome to Wild Pursuits with Cross Trail Outfitters, where we guide the next generation to Christ through the outdoors. Join us around the campfire as we share stories of faith, courage, and adventure. All right, guys, welcome back to Wild Pursuits with Cross Trail Outfitters. We're kind of doing something off the cuff a little bit this morning. We just did an awesome podcast with our North Carolina State Director and National Director of Cross Trail Outfitters with Mike Johnson. And we just finished our calling camp, a national calling camp, where we brought in some guys from across the nation that are feeling the Lord prompting them to get plugged in to CTO and to start a chapter and to be an outfitter and help us expand the kingdom and Cross Trail Outfitters. So we thought it would be great. We got Nathan Warren here. He is from Wyoming. Nathan and I have been having conversations for the last almost a year. And I know he has met Mike in the past too, and just that's where things kind of started rolling with Cross Trail Outfitters. And what we thought would be cool, Nathan, first of all, welcome.
Yes.
I know, and he's just like, literally, we just grabbed him and said, sit down, let's talk. But what we would love to hear your perspective, because a lot of people, we use the term, say, calling camp, and they're going to go, what is calling camp? And what is the experience of that? So we'd like to know your perspective, a little bit of your kind of your CTO story that's just beginning, how you got found out about us, and how God just hasn't left you alone for a while with this, which directed you to get to calling camp. And then just tell everybody about your calling camp experience this last couple of days, and where do you feel God's leading you the next path.
Excellent. I mean, my background is I did a little men's ministry with a couple churches. I helped do a lot of youth groups, and actually was teaching a Sunday afternoon kind of a after school program where we do 3 or 4 hours of like 2 or 3 different station trainings where we teach biblical principles, and then we do application, and then we do outdoor activities, and it kind of all went into some YHEC stuff, youth hunter education stuff, because I teach hunter's ed as well. So I've always been involved with teaching youth, and the Lord has really challenged me about training my own boys up, and I'm like, we need to do this with other men and other boys, and kind of get the boys out in the outdoors and teach them stuff, because if you can teach just basic life skills is a big issue that we have in our society that does not get pushed out to a lot of the kids. Either the men never were taught, or they're single moms raising boys, and so I see the need all across the country. So that was where I started, and the doors on that kind of shut and opened, and other doors shut and other doors opened, and we just kind of, through a friend of a friend, got a hold of Mike, and my buddy was like, you need to do this, because they do out there in North Carolina, and it's an amazing God thing, so you need to get involved in that. Okay, let's do it, let's check it out, let's dive in. So when I first heard about it, I looked at the website and I was like, yeah, this is even more of what I need to do. And my wife has been pushing me from day one, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. So
good old wife push.
That's right. I mean, that's another way the Lord speaks in my life is I have this idea, I throw it at my wife, and she'll give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, and because she has that discernment as well. And she's just a great team. She is an awesome supporter of me, and just like, you need to go do that. What's wrong with you? You know you should do that. Get out there. So you contacted me a couple months ago about this camp or this calling conference, and I was like, yes, I already want to do it, but let's just confirm it. And she's like, you don't really need to. That's a waste of time. Not a waste of time, but she was like, yeah, you need to go ahead and do that. Let's just go do that. Take some vacation, take some time off. We'll go down there, and it just opened up, and the doors have just nothing but slammed wide open to do this. So this weekend was I already knew I was going to do it. The Lord just confirmed with whatever I need to do. Being in the military for 15 years, moving back and forth, not having a solid roots. I mean, we put down roots wherever we were at, but it wasn't a solid, this is where we're going to be at. The Lord is always telling my wife and I, you're going to move, you're going to move. So whatever the Lord has in store for us right now is, we're just wide open to it. And be careful with what you ask him to do in your life, because he will challenge you and let's go do it. Like, I might do full-time ministry, and all of a sudden I have 4 or 5 people, you should do full-time ministry. Yeah, thanks. All right, Lord. Well, whatever the Lord has in store for us. Right now I have a great job security on the ranch that I work at, and just very good pay. But, if the Lord calls me, we're ready to pick up and go wherever we need to go, because there's a lot of stuff in the background that I feel like the Lord is pushing. We're in a holding pattern right now, but we're going to start the volunteer stuff, the volunteer chapter, and roll from out there.
See where God takes you.
See where it goes from there. So who knows? Maybe I'll get my own big ranch somewhere, and we'll have a big ranch out in the West. And
do you feel with the calling camp? Because I know coming into this, you already really were feeling that, and a lot of guys that come to our calling camps think that way. What do you feel like this helped you kind of as a big confirmation that, like, yeah, we are all in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It was an absolute. The Lord has spoken. The Lord has pushed the doors open. My wife's like, let's roll. What are we waiting on? Let's get this going. And it's God's timing, though. I mean, it's not going to be quick. It's going to be step, 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 and it's a slow step process towards it, because we don't want to rush it. We want to make sure it's correct and do it the correct way. I'd rather do it correct and take it longer than do it again, and repeat it, because teach the kids that as well. Yeah. But the confirmation, the calling conference, this it has been I was deep in the Word last night, and it's just like, yeah, this is going to be. I was reading out of James chapter 1, and I was just like, yeah, it's going to be a race. It's going to be fun. Let's do it.
That's good. That's a good place to be. James is a good place to be when you're seeking guidance and seeking what you need as a man, as a leader, and your next steps. That's a good place actually to be. So, well, that's awesome. That's a great confirmation for us too, just to hear your testimony of, this was a confirmation of that. Because the whole point of our calling camps, and we're going to begin to do more of these, we're bringing them back, because we used to do them a lot, but haven't done them, kind of gotten away from them a little bit. And the aspect of that is to bring men in, let them experience God, teach them a little bit about CTO. A lot of guys already know when they come into it, but really just to experience God and just to understand truly what calling is. Because we don't want men that come in that just think, hey, this is a cool ministry. I'd love to take some kids hunting and fishing. I'd love to help out, which is great. We need some guys. There's roles for that. But when we're looking for men that are going to be outfitters, and going to lead a chapter and potentially expand across their own state, that we're looking for men that are called by the living God, and the Holy Spirit has worked immensely and has prompted and said, this is your next step. That's who we're looking for to be leaders, and we're going to have more and more of these, and they're going to grow and grow. We do feel like, we talked about this weekend, that CTO is on the cuff, has been on the cuff for a while to have a big boom, if you will. Not, again, yes, we always talk about, CTO wants to grow, but if CTO is growing, the kingdom's growing. It's ultimately about that primary calling that we talked about, what God is prompting you to do, what God's prompting me to do, what God's prompting CTO to do. Then our second calling is where God takes us to that, whether it be vocationally or ministry, or in your case, God leading you in CTO, of just that being that next step and what it looks like. And I'm excited for you, brother. I'm excited for your next step. You got a beautiful family. Clearly, you got a family that is very supportive of you, but supportive of what God tells them, and is willing to go anywhere. Not all spouses, not all children fall in line with that, and that's a testament of your home and a testament of your own leadership within your own home, of who you are as a man. And I just met them the other day and only spent a little bit of time, but I've got pretty good discernment. I can meet and see that and understand. When I shook each one of your kids' hands, and especially your boys, they looked me square in the eye and gave me a firm handshake. And your little girl, just as sweet as can be, and how they again didn't run from you, and just you could tell they've been taught love and respect, and we're excited about what Daddy was doing, because they feel like they're going to be part of what Daddy's doing. So,
Exactly. Amen.
Yeah, and I'm excited for you this week, 'cause I know you're going to have a little bit of vacation time, a little bit to get away and be here in Missouri and get to spend some time in Branson and Springfield and go to Bass Pro and Silver Dollar City and all those things. When it comes to that, you guys are going to have a great time. We look forward to having a good time with you this week too, a couple times. So that's exciting, brother. We're excited about your next step, and we'll do another podcast with you to when things are rolling. When we're in Wyoming.
Out in Wyoming, let's go.
Out in Wyoming, and people can really see that, and it'll be a great story to say, okay, here's the beginning. Now we're in this, and just watch God do what He's going to do. So
it's going to be awesome.
Anyway, I appreciate you being with us, brother. I think it's great. Our listeners will be excited. It gives us something a little different, seeing somebody that's not even really in CTO yet, but is excited about the next step and watching you grow in your faith and watching God use you and grow you in CTO, but also grow your chapter and see what the Lord has in store. So appreciate it, brother.
That's awesome.
I appreciate you, man. So stay tuned. Be watching for Nathan Warren in Wyoming. Some exciting things coming down the pipe there in the near future. So thanks again for joining us here with Wild Pursuits at Cross Trail Outfitters. Thank you for listening to Wild Pursuits with Cross Trail Outfitters. CTO is a hunting and fishing club with the mission of guiding the next generation to Christ through the outdoors. If you'd like to support us or are interested in getting involved, visit us on our website at teamcto.org. Links are in the description. Make sure to like and share our podcast. And join us next time around the campfire with Wild Pursuits.